Hi chums. Right, I'm pretty cramped for space today, but I'm building a bench and I want to show you what I've done so far. Because whenever I see somebody building a bench in a workshop out of stuff that they have lying about, I always wonder what it looks like underneath. So I'm going to show you what the underneath of this is going to look like. Now it's not pretty, but we can't get out to get any wood. So what I have done is I've just gone around and salvaged up all the stuff I have lying in storage here. And it's all a mix match of everything, but I'm going to show you how I match the stuff up. But I'm also going to show you a mistake I made, which is something worth bearing in mind if you're doing something like this yourself, okay? I didn't even think about this, but it's worth considering. So I'm going to change the camera angle here, and then we'll get you back where you're supposed to be. First thing I'll show you is, I'll show you if you just come over, just to loosen that there. If you just come over to there, you can see there, that's the worktop. Now, I have a few people to thank here. That's my friend Ricky gave me that. And another friend, Brendan, picked it up for me in his minibus and brought it over here. And it's pretty heavy, you know, so Ricky gave me 2 bits of that, which is really good, very kind. And I have a lot of people to mention here, you know. So I'm going to show you, there's the bench there. Now, you see it's rough looking, but I want to show you what I had to do. This is all made with stuff as I had lying about. So this was the basic, it's basically the spine of the job here. But I had to make an extension here because I might bring another bench out this way. But my bench comes to here, that's 91.5 there. So I've brought the bench there, but I've brought an extension out there. But the reason that this is here is because my friend Michael years ago gave me a big rec-cord vise, a woodworker's vise. It's 9-inch, so it's going to go in here in this spot. But I'm not going to put it in until the bench is in position, and then I'll build it in where it's supposed to go, because I didn't want to do it in the bench and then try and fit the bench and the vise, obviously, you know. It would have been easier to put the vise on when the bench was upside down, but it's not going to work that way for me. So this is basically it, but what I did was, I had to make an extension here, and to keep my level, what I did was, I know that this piece is true, so I put that on there, and then I clamped that in position, and that gave me a level for that. And then whenever I was taking the spurs off for the front, this is all built in, it wasn't built and put up in position, it was built in situ, and I came out from the wall then. So what I did then was I put a piece on that to give me a level, and I tied that down then, right? And I got a level on this, and those were level. I did that the whole way down, the three of them, okay? So everything worked okay, they were all coming off level. But whenever I went to put the front on here, or the legs, sorry, I discovered that these weren't all level, they weren't the plumb anymore. And my friend Stephen cracked it. He said, whenever I screwed this boy here to the wall, it has conformed to the wall and twisted slightly, so it's knocked these out. So I was taking a level off a certain spot on it, rather than along the length. But I can fix that, because about 2 mil there, and a couple of mil up there, they bang on up, flush it up at that top corner up there, is bang on. So I'm going to put the bench on it, and then I'll just use wedges to hold it in position, because it's plumb, in every direction now it's plumb, because I stole my friend Seamus's really, really good plumber's level. And the lovely thing about this thing is, the bubble in it is as clear as crystal. It's a really good one. Here's my own level that I bought 40 years ago. But the bubble in it's got kind of worn and dirty, and it's just hard to see it right, you know. But this is a professional tool here, and you can see the difference in them, you know. So I used that one the whole way through for consistency. So the bench is square. It doesn't look pretty at all. These legs are just newel posts that I had. They were covered in paint. So I took the paint off them with a belt sander. That's a messy, messy job. So as I say, everything's done. It's held in my brackets. And then when I get the top on, I'm going to put more brackets in to hold it in position. Now, there was a critical dimension here. The worktop on this surface here, I'll just take this off now to show you so I can point. This surface here had to be at 32 inches, okay? Here, so when I put the workbench on, it was at 33.5 inches. which then means that when I put the small lathe on, the centre height of the lathe is 45.5 inches, which is the height I like. So everything depended on the centre of the lathe. But there's another issue. I decided to get IKEA filing cabinets and put them under this, but I thought I'll put them on wee dollies. So the dollies arrived, and I had to make it out in such a way. Look, I'll get in with half an inch to spare. So I'm really pleased with that. So I've got 2 of those. I might get another 2 of them because they're a good size and just sit nicely there, nicely at the front, and they'll be easy got at and everything, you know. So I'm thinking of putting stuff and getting another couple of those because they'll fit in there okay, you know. So that's where we are. That's the bench top, and I have to go and get a bit of help now. I'm going to get my son, and I'm going to get Barry from across the road, I think, to help me because. This is a big lift for me. I couldn't do this. The worktop lift is too much for me. God, pride's an awful thing, you know. See, when I'm walking over to Barry here, I'm going to be going, geez, what am I going to say to this man? What am I going to say? I'm going to have to admit that I'm a failure. I can't do this anymore. And you think of the days you're helping boys lifting car engines and stuff, you know. And I'm 63 next month, so I have to take, and my back's like cheese and all these medical things. So, but pride's an awful thing. It's a terrible thing. So anyway, that's where we are. I want to show you something else too, because a few more people to mention here. Whenever I told these guys that I was fixing this up in the woodshed, they know that I don't like asking for help. So they very kindly came and helped me. So these boards are put up by Joe and Ricky came and put the boards up for me, which is brilliant. They've had them up in a day, or even half a day it was. They just flew through because they both knew what they were doing, you know. And then over here, you can see the lathes. Stephen was the one, he organised the lathe, he organised the lathes positioning for me, and it got that bang on. And then Paul, he came as well and gave a lift with the lathes. So there's people here for a couple of hours or for half a day or maybe an hour, but they all work together, do a real good job. And the lovely thing about this is I've got all my mates. I've got Michael, Ricky, Stephen, Paul, Joe, William gave me stuff for the lights, Kieran, all have had a part to play in this. So every time I look at this, I know my mates did this, you know. So it worked out really well. So the next thing will be, I'm going to get Dermot out and get Barry over to give a lift with this, because we can do that in social distancing, because this thing is almost 3 meters long. No, 3.9. No, but 2.5 meters long. So you have to keep 2 meters distance. So they're going to be at either end. So that's going to work out all right. We'll get that up, and once it's up, I can work out then. So I might just stick little wedges in and stuff to get it right. But I'm not going to fuss myself because there's no heavy baiting going on this bench. This is for assembling pens. I'm doing a bit of sanding and stuff like that, and a wee bit of turning. It's not like the big bench beside me here where you could drop car engines and stuff on it. You know, this is a different matter. So that's where we are, folks. I've got the bench up, the frame's up, and it's basically, you can see, it's just scrap wood that I had lying about, and Lidl's wee brackets, and all the stuff that I had in boxes and stuff, and even a bit of damp proof that was left from doing the building here underneath the legs just to stop the dust getting up them, you know, or the wet. So that's where we are, folks. So I'll leave here now. My battery's about to run out. So I'll stop now, and I'll come back later when I get the top on and show you what's happening. You can see here, it's a real mess in here at the moment. But hopefully in a couple of hours' time, that'll be sorted out. Okay. All the best now. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.